Book 4, Energy in the Body. Book 4, Chapter 1. The Aura. Each of us generates and is surrounded by an energetic field. This field is visible to some people and can appear as either a shiny or blue or mirage outline around someone, or a variety of colors in a wide variety of shapes. Some people can only sense the aura with their hands or body and will feel a sense of tingling or a thickening of the air in that area. Layers of the auric field. The energy field of the aura is organized into various layers or shells, each with a unique source of energy and function. The auric layers also connect to the chakra centers in the body, and it is through this connection that these energy shells communicate with the physical body. Each of these shells varies in size and depth depending on the age and development of the person. The full shell can extend over 3 feet from the physical body. Lower vibrations stay closer to the body, and outer layers hold higher vibrations. For those that can see the energy fields, the color, size, and intensity of each field can be a good guide to the health of that specific part of the person examined. Here's a summary of the shells of the auric field. The auric layers from closest to the body moving outwards. Etheric body, connected to the root chakra, represents the physical body, muscles, bones, tissues, and so on. Emotional body, connected to the sacral chakra, represents emotions and feelings from present, past, and past lives. Mental body, connected to the solar plexus chakra, represents the thoughts and the state of mind. Astral body, connected to the heart chakra, represents the bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, astral cords with others, and loving and intimate relationships. Etheric template body, connected to the throat chakra, this represents the blueprint or template of the highest ideal for that person. Celestial body or soul body, connected to the third eye chakra, represents the connection to the divine and the manifestation of the divine will. Also represents connection of higher consciousness with the universal consciousness. And finally, the etheric or causal body. Its connection is the crown chakra, and it represents complete merging with the oneness and the universe. Also the meeting point of all the subtle bodies with the physical essence. For a chart of these auric layers, please refer to the physical book. Colors in the aura. Certain colors and shapes of the aura have different meanings and represent different emotional patterns in the person you're observing. Whether the color is bright or dull can also affect the meaning. Here's an idea of some common associations and common aura colors. The color red can mean energetic or passion. A duller color meaning represents anger and frustration. The chakra associated is the root chakra. The color orange, a bright color meaning is optimism, emotional, warmth, or health. A dull color meaning can be addiction or hunger. And this is associated with the sacral chakra. Yellow, bright is creativity, spiritual awakening, and joy. Dull is stress and exhaustion. It's associated with the solar plexus chakra. Green, bright, love, peacefulness, and balance. Dull, jealousy and insecurity. Chakra association is the heart chakra. Blue, bright blue is calm, honesty, and spiritual knowledge. Dull blue is distrust. The chakra association is the throat chakra. Purple or indigo. Bright purple, intuition, psychic ability, and artistic. Dull is self-absorbed and negative psychic connection. The chakra associated is the third eye chakra. White. Bright represents purity, spiritual expansion, and connection to the divine. Dull white represents drug use. White is associated with the crown chakra. Pink. Bright pink is a deep love or compassion. Dull pink can represent frustration. Pink is associated with the heart chakra. Black represents negativity, physical disease, and past life problems. Can be associated with any or all of the chakras. Gray represents blocked energy, stagnation, depression, and mistrust. Once again, associated with any or all of the chakras. Brown is greedy and unsettled and can be associated with any or all of the chakras. Gold represents enlightenment and divine protection and is associated with any or all of the chakras. Shape of the aura. When an area of the aura is full or overly large, it can represent an excess in the energy field and the corresponding region of the body. Excess conditions cause energies to be taken from one area of the body and redistributed to another where they don't belong. This creates imbalance. When areas are pressed in close to the physical form, it can represent depletion of those energies in the body. This can be redistributed energy that went to another part of the aura, or could just be actual depletion, where the energy has been lost to the environment or to another person. All physical problems will be represented in the aura, but not all problems seen in the aura will be physical problems yet. You can think of the aura as the energy template that our physical body follows. If there's a disturbance in the aura, a person may notice some light physical symptoms and a general sense of unease in the region, but without full physical signs and symptoms. It takes a period of time with an energetic imbalance in the aura before the body fully follows suit and develops illness. The good news with this is that maintaining a healthy aura can significantly reduce your chances of developing serious illness in your physical body. These energetic imbalances are also why certain sensitive individuals may pick up on illnesses in the very early stages before medical testing can even confirm diagnosis. See the following section for a simple exercise to connect with and heal your own auric field. Experiential exercise, sensing and healing your own aura. This exercise can help you connect with and heal your own auric field. As with all of the practical exercises, find a quiet space where you can sit in stillness and not be disturbed for a few minutes. When you're ready, you can restart the recording. Take a moment to sit quietly and center yourself. One of the grounding exercises from the grounding section of this book may be useful in allowing you to find the stillness required for this exercise. If you're registered for the online course, any of the white light rinse meditations will be especially helpful in allowing you to center and see your auric field. With your eyes closed and your feet flat on the floor, begin to expand your awareness to the space surrounding your body. Try to feel or see the egg-shaped energy field surrounding your entire body. You can use your inner awareness or even feel with your hands or a feather to see where you sense a thickening or tingling in the air around your physical body. If you can see your auric shell or get an impression, does it have color or is it just white or shimmering like a heat mirage? Don't get too wrapped up in what you can or cannot see, just enjoy whatever visuals come through. Whether you see or feel your aura, it's possible to ascertain if there are any weakened places that require healing. Are there any indentations, missing areas, or holes in your aura? If there are, focus your intention on expanding out any dents and filling in any holes until your aura shield is full and complete. If you cannot do this on your own, see an energy practitioner that you trust who can help. When you have a good sense of your own aura and its completeness, then return your awareness to your body and to the present moment to continue with your day. Chakras. The idea of chakras comes from Ayurvedic medicine, a system of understanding the body and its function that's been used for centuries in India for both maintaining health and for healing illness and imbalance. It continues to be one of the main traditional healing methods used around the world. Chakras are energy centers on and around the body that reflect the current state of health. There are a large number of chakras, and I recommend further study in Ayurveda if this calls to you. For the purpose of this book, I will only discuss the 7 main chakras, which is a chain of 7 major energy centers in and through the body. These energy centers can be a great place to pick up energy when scanning a person's body, and they're also an excellent place to deliver healing and rebalancing when doing healing energy work. To help you remember the colors of the chakras, notice that they form a rainbow starting at the base and working up to the crown. I think of the crown chakra as violet, purple, and ultraviolet, or white. Each chakra also has a corresponding stone or crystal that can help to promote the healing and rebalancing of that chakra. Often you can guess which stone works with which chakra by its color, so if you're stuck without a crystal reference guide or resource, just match the color with the chakra and they will likely work well together. Here's a summary chart with each of the chakras, its color, location, effect or association, what imbalance looks like, and possible crystal healing tools. We'll start at the top with the crown chakra. The associated color is white or violet. It's located at the top of the head. The effect or association, it is the seat of the purest being, the highest self, and the connection to the divine. When it's out of balance, you'll get central headaches, confusion, brain fog, or depression. Associated crystals for healing are amethyst, clear quartz, and selenite. The next chakra down is the third eye chakra, which is associated with the color of indigo and is located in the center of the forehead. The third eye chakra is associated with intuition, clairvoyance, dreams, and psychic ability. When out of balance, you can get frontal headaches, brain fog, and disturbed sleep. Associated crystals are purple fluorite and labradorite. Next chakra down is the throat chakra. It's located at the base of the throat and is associated with the color pale blue. The throat chakra is associated with open communication of thoughts and emotions and freely speaking your truth. When it's out of balance, it can result in a cough, thyroid disorders, lump in the throat sensation, or laryngitis. Crystals associated with this chakra are lapis lazuli, sodalite, and turquoise. Next one down is the heart chakra. It's located in the center of the chest. The color is green or pink. It's associated with giving and receiving love. It's connecting with others and forming relationships. When out of balance, you can get chest pain, chest colds, anxiety, worry, overthinking, or lung and heart disorders. Crystals for healing are jade, rose quartz, and green tourmaline. As we flow down, we get to solar plexus chakra, which is associated with the color yellow. It's located under the arch of the ribs above the navel. It's also associated with knowing yourself, self-confidence, and self-love. This is the seat of personal power. Imbalance in this location can result in anxiety, fear, stomach, pancreas, and upper digestive problems. Crystals for healing are citrine and topaz. Sacral chakra. Associated color is orange. It's located below the navel above the pubic bone. This has to do with relationships, friendships, sexuality, creativity, and the connection to mother and or children. Imbalance in this area results in creative blocks, uterine, ovarian, and lower digestive problems. Associated crystals for healing are coral, carnelian, and orange calcite. Root chakra, located below the tailbone or genitals. The color is red. This has to do with survival, sex, physical grounding, connection to family, and base tribe. Imbalance can cause sexual dysfunction, genital disorders, or infections. Associated crystal healing is black tourmaline, bloodstone, tiger's eye, and hematite. Elemental types. There are 4 main elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Throughout the world, there have been countless different healing practices with a huge variety of styles and philosophies. Interestingly, many of these systems, even from very geographically distant places, categorize people's conditions or bodies using different constitutional types based on the 4 elements. Ayurvedic medicine from India and traditional Chinese medicine both use these categories. In Ayurveda, people and their imbalances are categorized into 3 doshas or categories: and in traditional Chinese medicine, the body's balance is categorized into 5 elements. These are both very in-depth and detailed systems of medicine, and a full understanding of each could be a lifetime study. Obviously, anything beyond the basics is outside the scope of this book, but I strongly encourage you to find some other resources to learn more, especially if they're resonating with your soul truth. Here are some basic details on these 2 examples. Ayurvedic medicine. Dosha, Veda. Element, air. Association, movement and space, such as breathing, movement, and so on. There's also Pitta, water and fire, digestive and metabolic function, and Kapha, which are the elements of earth and water. The association is sort of the binding force that holds the body together. In traditional Chinese medicine, on the other hand, there's a 5-element theory, and it goes as follows. Fire. It's paired with the heart and small intestine, and the emotions of joy and overthinking. Earth. Paired with spleen and stomach, associated with worry. Wood. Liver and gallbladder, associated with anger and frustration. Water. Kidney or bladder, associated with fear. Metal. Lung and large intestine, associated with sadness, grief, and emotional processing. Elemental types. From a general perspective, we can all be loosely categorized into the elements. Each person is a blend of all of the elements in different amounts. We may transition in and out of elemental states, and this can be used to understand and describe our moods or experience at that time. We each also have 1 or 2 fundamental elements that are the basic foundation of our personalities. Often people can be described and understood using 1 or 2 of the main elements. Here's a list and description of the 4 elements. Air. This element is easily dispersed and naturally very ungrounded. Air people easily space out and lose the present time. They can often get lost in their work, and when out of balance, may have difficulty focusing at all. They like larger open spaces and freedom to avoid feeling like they are suffocating. Air people are often drawn to theorizing, problem solving, and philosophizing. This energy tends to float upwards and disperse easily. These people tend to be analytical, intellectual, and excellent problem solvers. They are tangential thinkers and can often see things in ways that others had not yet considered. Earth. This element is extremely grounded and naturally centered. Earth people are drawn to smaller, more cozy spaces where they can see and enjoy all of their earthly possessions on display. These people can sometimes have trouble seeing outside the box and prefer tangible concepts and working with their hands. Earth people learn by doing and are very touch-oriented. Their personalities are usually the salt of the earth. They are very kind and can often be found caring for other people. Earth people are natural nurturers. Fire. The fire element is volatile and active. This can be shown in passion, joy, and expressiveness. When out of balance, fire element can result in anger, drama, and quote-unquote fiery behavior. Fire people are stimulating and energetic with a contagious joy and exciting personality that will often attract others. They enjoy conflict and are skilled at playing devil's advocate to any argument. They sometimes argue just for the fun of it. When out of balance, fire element people will drive forward with excessive passion until they burn out. Water. Those who embody the water element are strongly emotional. They feel their emotions deeply and are easily moved, whether it be by art, music, or the emotions of others. Water people find it really easy to go with the flow. They do not like conflict and will avoid it at all cost. They are natural mediators who can easily see both sides and find the middle ground to try to bring people together. When out of balance, water element people may be excessively emotional and so sensitive that they find it difficult to function in society. In an ideal situation, we would create or find a perfect balance of the elements within ourselves. But in truth, it's rare to find someone with all of the elements in perfect balance. I've seen it achieved by a rare few in practice, but never for long periods of time. So definitely don't judge yourself if you're not in elemental balance most of the time. Often we are each stronger in one or two of the elements in our base personality, although this can also change as time goes on and also in different situations. Your elemental state can be very fluid. In one class I held, one girl pointed out that the elemental types each person associated themselves with may actually correspond with their astrological sun sign of their date of birth. I find the idea very interesting and have listed them below for your reference, which I'll read now. Zodiac signs and the elements. Capricorn, born December 22nd to January 19th. Element is Earth. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Air. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Water. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. Fire. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Earth. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Air. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Water. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. Fire. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. Earth. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Air. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Water. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Fire. Once you come to understand the personality types represented by the elements, most people quickly begin to associate them with certain people they know. Often this can clarify both why you get along with particular people and why some people are so difficult for you to work with. Here are some examples of how the elements can interact. Fire and water. The trouble associated with this element combo is pretty self-explanatory. The fire element person will feel smothered and extinguished by the water person because they are unable to fully express themselves. The water element person will feel irritated and boiled by the fire person, and over time will feel evaporated away and ungrounded by the interaction. With practice, this combination can find a sense of harmony where the opposing elements actually bring out the best in one another and bring each other closer to elemental balance within each of themselves. Fire can learn to gently warm and excite water, and water can learn to contain fire without smothering. Fire and air. This interaction is often very one-sided. Fire element people will feel fueled and invigorated by the air element person and will want to be near them as much as possible because the air person really feeds their fire. The air person, on the other hand, will feel ignited and uplifted at first by the interaction with fire, but without balance, air will quickly tire and eventually will feel used up with the interaction. Short interactions can be beneficial to both, but moderation must be used to avoid the air person feeling depleted. Fire and earth. This combination can be mutually beneficial. Fire consumes wood, which is a form of earth, and in the process it creates more earth, in ash. The fire person will feel energized and understood, while the earth person will feel a bit consumed at first, but then replenished shortly after. As long as the fire person is content on being contained to the relationship and not needing to spread out, this is a sustainable interaction. In excess, fire will consume the earth person, and the earth element will smother the fire person. Water and earth. This interaction can also be very one-sided. In this combination, the earth person can feel nourished, as though a freshly watered tree. The interaction will leave them feeling accomplished and robust, while the water person may feel depleted or used. In excess, the earth person will begin to feel eroded as the water person's emotions and fluidity wear on their solid and stable nature, and the water person will feel hemmed in and controlled by earth, like the banks of a river. In small amounts, this can allow the earth person more flexibility and the water person more stability. With practice, a balance can be reached. Water and air. This combination quickly makes the water person feel discombobulated and stirred up. In the early excess interaction, the water person will become agitated, like waves, and over time this will lead to feeling washed away or dispersed, like mist, or carried away, like a tsunami. The air person will feel somewhat limited at first by the slower moving nature of water and won't feel like they're really connecting. As the water person gets stirred up and moves more easily, the air person will begin to feel understood and connected. In a balanced state, the water person will flow more easily and the air person will be slowed and directed. In excess interactions, over time the air person will always feel as though they're pushing the water person to make anything happen, and the water person will feel exhausted from the air always stimulating so much constant emotion. Air and earth. The air person will often railroad over the earth person at first, kind of blowing away their topsoil and leaving them feeling exposed and depleted. At the same time, the air person will feel oppressed and heavier, like a dust storm. In excess, this will frustrate and exhaust both people. Over time, if the two elements come into harmony, they can actually come to balance one another, with air giving more movement and flexibility to earth, and earth giving direction and focus to air. Do not feel limited by these summaries. These are intended only to allow you to understand your relationships in a new way. Maybe now you can understand why you and your best friend are so good together despite being so different. If you have relationships that you don't like the dynamic of, then analyzing them using the elements may help. Sometimes this insight can help you change the dynamic and bring happiness into a relationship that's out of balance. Balance can be found between any elemental combination. It may just take each of you bringing out other aspects of your personality to allow for an equilibrium in your interactions. Journal exercise. Your elemental type or types. Hopefully you now have a bit of a feel for the different elemental types and how they may be expressed. This is a great time to journal about which elements you think you possess most strongly, and perhaps the elements of those close to you, to better understand your relationship dynamics. Write the top 1 or 2 elements you believe are a part of your core personality and why. Are there others in your life who you can perform this exercise with as well? Does the elemental interaction between you and the other person explain some of the dynamics of your relationship? Could you change that dynamic using this new understanding? Understanding your elemental associations will help you determine one of your cleansing methods later, so make sure you have a clear idea of which element calls to you most of all before you move on.